Welcome. My name is Sid, and this is Divine Sunflower Tarot. In this reading, I want to focus on the Divine Abundance deck. I have a few decks on my shelf, but this constantly remains my favorite. And I notice a lot of people are drawn to the messages in this deck. So what I'm going to do is shuffle 9 times, and then I'm going to pull from the top and just do a reading from the top of the deck. All right, here we go. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, please show us the messages we need to see today. Your path. The card says, Dear Lord, help me trust that there is a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. So sometimes in our lives, we get into a place where we're not sure what's next, what's coming around the corner, and this can cause anxiety and fear. But if we trust in the divine and know that the divine is leading us down our path, then this anxiety will subside. Divine love. When you offer everything to the divine with detachment, you begin a love affair with spirit. And those of us who know what it's like to be connected to spirit know that it is an incredibly amazing, beautiful, divine, unconditional love that you can't get anywhere else. Definitely try to connect more with the divine in meditation and prayer, in your life in general. We can do this by being grateful, thankful, appreciating the creation that the Creator has made, and just accepting where we are in life, accepting what is in our life, and being grateful for what we do have. Non-duality. Let your authentic humanity shine forth while also bowing to the inner divine. You can become fluent at doing both. So this is becoming completely centered, completely connected with the divine by being authentic, being your true self. And when you are your true self, you are honoring the divine. Limitless. See yourself open to receive in the most miraculous ways. The divine can use anything and anyone. And this is so true. You never know who could step in the divine's, under divine guidance to help you. It could be a total stranger just to come up to you one day and say, hey, let me pay for those groceries. Let me pay for that gas for you. That's just an example. But yes, limitless possibilities. Never doubt that there is always limitless possibilities out there. Allowing. Radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment. So what is needed can come next. This is something that is very important to learn, to allow things to just be. Try not to control everything. And this is radical acceptance. It's very difficult to do for a lot of people, but if you can do it, you will find very fulfilling feelings here when you allow. Extraordinary. You are one of a kind. There's nobody else like you on this earth. Nobody. And instead of trying to mimic other people, try to find the beauty in yourself first and realize that you are an incredible being. You are made up of countless of ancestors who fought their whole life to survive just so that you could be here today. And this is what makes you extraordinary. Sacrifice. Sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. I got this card, about 7 months ago. And when I first read it, I didn't really click to what it was saying. But after things I've been through in the last 6 months, this is so true. Surrendering to God can be extremely painful. When you cut away things that need to go, these could be things that you love dearly, people that you love dearly, but these people are just not good for you. Or it could be a habit that you're so hooked on that you feel like you need to be able to survive in this world, or else you're just not going to make it. When you cut that habit off, it is so painful when you're going through rehab or getting clean. But if you don't do these things, you're not going to be able to love yourself. Because doing this is showing love to yourself, and this is a sacrifice to love. Change. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. Ego can be a very destructive thing in our lives. When we don't want people to see us a certain way, you try to control the narrative. But this becomes madness. So in order to evolve as a human on this planet, you need to drop the ego, stop trying to control, and follow the path that the divine is trying to get you to stay on. But this can only be done by changing habits, sacrificing. Gratitude. Fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. It's very important to be grateful for what we have. No matter what you have, you could be living in a 10 by 10 foot apartment. Be grateful that you have a roof over your head. Be grateful that you have food to eat. Be grateful if you have any family members who love you and show love to you at all, or friends. Because some people don't have those things. And if you have these things, you are very blessed. At times it feels like we get used to those blessings a little too much, and we forget to be grateful for our blessings in our life. Continue to practice gratitude every way possible. Be thankful for the clouds in the sky, for the sun that comes out every day. Be thankful for the bees that pollinate all the plants. Be thankful for courteous people who are still showing courtesy in this very harsh, cruel world that we live in. Reframe. This is happening for me, not to me. This is like a tower moment, and this kind of goes along with the sacrifice card, and also allowing. When you reframe the situation as, this is happening for my greatest good, instead of, why is this happening to me? Why is this horrible stuff happening to me? It's happening to put you back on your path. It's happening so that you can evolve and change as a person, become non-dualistic, and get back on your path. This is why this is happening. You have to know that there is not going to be an easy way out of this world. We all have our challenges. I don't care who you are. You could be a billionaire. You're still not going to get away from challenges. You're going to have your challenge one way or another. And we have to, if we want to stop the cycle of constantly reincarnating on this planet over and over and over again into mindless, endless madness, we need to learn how to evolve as beings, as earth angels. We need to realize that we have a lot to work on as humans to be able to evolve, and as a whole, society is way behind. We really need a lot of help. So the more that we can change about that, the better. And sometimes it's just hard to remember this. Detachment. With detachment, you finally feel whole inside, with or without the fulfillment of a particular desire. Ironically, that's often when it is fulfilled. When you detach from a certain outcome, a certain expectation, usually that's when it happens, ironically. Flow. Allow me, divine, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. When we go with the flow, things can go much smoother for us. Instead of always trying to control the narrative, if you go with the flow, you will be most likely following the path of the divine. Because you're using your intuition as you go along, and you're realizing little signs that you get. But you have to be at a place of awareness, calmness, and peacefulness to be able to do this. So there could be more meditation needed. You can meditate about swimming with dolphins, or swimming in the ocean. Something having to do with some kind of water flowing meditation would be good. Let's get a few more cards before we end the reading. Grief. Tears are what happen when the ice in the heart melts. Grief is something that we all deal with in one way or another. It's something that, a heavy burden that we have to bear, like carrying a backpack full of rocks. Some of us have huge rocks in our backpack, and some of us have just a few rocks. But we all have the grief to carry. And sometimes it's good to cry and let that grief just flow out of you. You know, sometimes we can put ourselves in a state where we don't cry. Someone might pass away who we love very much, but we're so stunned or hurt by this that somehow we just make ourselves not able to cry and grieve. But sometimes we need to do that so that we can heal our heart. You're releasing some of that pain when you cry. You're releasing the feelings. Inner power. Give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. This is like the strength card in tarot. You have the power. And if you ever need help, just ask for help. The divine is here to help you. Your angels, ancestors, and spirit guides are here to help you. And anytime you feel you need it, just ask. Please give me the courage to do what must be done. right action. I don't know how to say that word. Apariga literally means let everything that wants to go, go, and everything that wants to come, come. So this kind of goes along with the flow card. When you let things go with the flow, you are taking the right action. Wow, this card kept coming up during the shuffle. So I believe that this is a sign, literally, and obviously it's about signs. Instincts are the messages from the inner divine. Look for signs and symbols around you. You might see butterflies, cardinals, feathers, something that might remind you of a passed on loved one. You might get a faint smell of their cologne or perfume. And these are all signs that you're not alone in this world. Also, messages from the divine or guardian angels would be angel numbers, 1111, 222, 333, 420. Just there's all kinds of angel numbers out there. If you don't know about that, definitely look into it. It's incredible. And that's just your angels and ancestors trying to guide you in the right direction and give you messages. Invite help. Invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously. Just say, I'm finally ready, God. Pursue me. This makes me emotional because I know exactly what that feels like. And it is amazing. One more, and then we'll look at the bottom of the deck. Expansiveness. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. When you let go of the ego, you become expansive. And at the bottom of the deck, which also kept coming up during the shuffling, was ease. It is easy for me to receive. It is easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. This is a mantra that you can do while meditating, and this will help you manifest whatever you desire. I have many videos on my channel about manifestations. It is possible. I have experienced this in my life, and one day I will tell my story. But yeah, it's incredible that you can actually manifest anything that you want. My name is Sid, and this is Divine Sunflower Tarot. I hope these messages were helpful to you. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. I hope to be doing more readings like this in the future. I wish you nothing but blessings and love. Take care.